About 20 years ago, I tried to end my pain by almost ending my life. Little did I know at this time I would also begin to live. It was spring, my favorite time of year usually, but not today. Today the sun only caused me more pain. The sun had lost its warmth, its beauty, its shine. The beautiful flowers and trees had lost their sense of wonder, and the birds had stopped their singing. Now, only thick, heavy darkness engulfed me. Now, only hands were reaching from the pit of hell, trying to take me down. My brain was under attack. I hadn't slept in almost 2 weeks. Why can't I find a man who will make me happy? Why am I so different? I am so selfish. I am such a failure. I will never get better. I had already gone to the hospital, psychiatric hospital, at least 5 times in the past year, and nothing worked. With these horrible thoughts going through my mind and that continual ball in my chest, I paced back and forth and decided I can't take this anguish anymore. So I went to the kitchen and got a butcher knife. I decided to slit my wrist, but I couldn't do it because I thought it would cause me more pain. And I didn't know how long I would bleed. Then I remember seeing people in movies who had electrocuted themselves in bathtubs. So I took a hairdryer. I went into my tub. I threw it in the tub, and I tried 3 times, but it had failed each time. I heard a knock on my door. It was my father-in-law. He'd come to check in on me. He asked if I was okay. I robotically said, yes. He left. Then I remembered, my Bible had helped me before in the past to get me through some troubled times, so maybe if I read that, it would help me. But no, all I could find were horrific people doing horrific things, and I thought, those people were me. I projected that, and that I needed to die. So I heard this loud voice say, I know how you can end the pain real quick. Light yourself on fire. It'll be over like that. So I thought it was logical at the time because I never knew of anybody who had committed suicide with fire. And I didn't know the pain would last or what would happen. I thought it would just end this agony that I was feeling instantly. So I went into my car in my detached garage, and I took the match and I threw it on the ground, but nothing happened. You dummy. You got to use flammable liquid. So I saw some on the ground in my garage. So I took it and I doused myself with it. I lit the match and I threw it on the ground. I went up in flames instantly. I said, Lord, I don't want to die. And he said, open the car door, roll on the ground, and go get help. So I opened the car door, I rolled on the ground, and I tried to stand up, but I could barely stand. I must have looked like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I said, Lord, what do I do now? And he said, go into your house and call your mom. So I went into my house and I called her. She didn't think it was that bad because I was able to call. Then I saw pictures of my angels on the wall. And I said, what do I do now, Lord? And he said, go outside. So I went outside, and then I heard a loud voice, and it said, you are dead, and you're going to walk the earth like this forever. And I became really afraid. And then I quieted myself down, and I heard a still small voice, and he said, go to your driveway. So I started walking to my driveway, and there was my neighbor 2 doors down, who I'd never met before. He was getting into his truck, and he saw me. He said, can I help you? And I said, yes. I just tried to kill myself. So he had his daughter go inside and call the ambulance. When I got to the hospital, the nurse said, I'm going to give you a shot, and you're not going to wake up for a long time. I said, okay. And an overwhelming sense of peace came over me. I woke up 5 weeks later on Mother's Day. It was a very special time for me because my mom and I were very close. They diagnosed me with bipolar and started giving me lithium. Excuse me. I knew God had saved me, but why? I found out later that my mom had also suffered from undiagnosed bipolar. As I slowly began to recover after 30 surgeries in 2 years' time and lots of counseling, I realized God had given me a second chance to love myself and not live in fear. He gave me a story of hope and help to share with others who may be hurting. It is still a battle at times, but with my new weapons of medications, my faith, the support of my family and friends, regular sleep and exercise, I will overcome. And no, Darth Vader, I will not be returning to the dark side.